Well, hello, ethereal beings and dubious creatures. My name is itemEQUIPPED, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Doki Doki Literature Club. We're on episode 11, and we're gonna actually do just a full Natsuki playthrough. I might consider going for Sayori and Yuri on, like, different saves to see if we can get everything unlocked before we get to the second half of the game. But I think I'm only gonna record the Natsuki stuff, because that's the only stuff that's new. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going for Natsuki. Let's see how this goes. I think she likes, like, food. So vanilla. And, ooh, maybe dance? No, let's say Sayori. I think she likes cute things, too. Maybe, like, marshmallow? And ribbon? Silly. No, this is not good. I need to be more careful. Pink. Kawaii. Puppy. Maybe puppy. Parfait. Bouncy. Bubbles. Skirt. Or not skirt. Hair. Lollipop. Okay, we're doing really good. I'm like not as stressed about it. Maybe Valentine? Okay. Cheeks? Let's see here. Sugar? Rose? Nope. Bunny. Kitty. Okay, that was really easy. Okay, we got Natsuki for sure. There's no way we didn't. Hi again, Item. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Item. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Item always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work even without me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. I don't remember this. Is that so... You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Item become good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the situation she put us in. Or weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Oh, wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so you should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. I don't want to read any more books with Yuri. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Oh yeah, because she always sits in the closet and reads, right? I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed at something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga! Oh wait, manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it till you figure out where the other person stands. Well, we know she likes it. How'd you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of right on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of books on the sides of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it from out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box without one book, or with one book missing, is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. What? If you're gonna judge, you could just go through the glass on that door. Wait, you could do it through the glass on that door. Got it. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice, but I'll tell you one thing, Item. Consider this lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right in my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there! Ooh! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Oh, why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. Can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously! You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but it just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into the backstories and some of the romance starts to happen. That's what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I feel like she's always, like, hitting us. Or grabbing us, or, like, yeah, giving us a shove. Like, I feel like she's constantly attacking us. I don't know why. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. I was gonna say, that was a very good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious, since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. She started baking because of this manga. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like, I would ever get into something because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Yeah, obviously, that's a good one. Not to mention, if she's really good at it, who am I to judge? Exactly. Oh, this is cute. Read on for a few more minutes. Why is she just staring at us? We're like trying to read together and she's just like, what do you think of it? Or sorry, what do you think of it? Not that I care. See, I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not, well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Oh, does she not have any friends? That's why this club means so much to her. Oh, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. Okay, so she does have friends. I think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, oh, you still haven't grown out of it yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face. Oh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find people, or find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. At least this character's finally honest with himself and that he's an absolute loser. Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. So Monica was kind of a jerk about it. No, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. It's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Oh, she can't say that she is. So, geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Well, yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky, but it gets especially bad when, hey, you shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. If she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little myself. Why is he so much nicer to Natsuki than he is to Sayori? Like, this was a very sweet interaction. He was very genuinely kind. He was so mean to Sayori in every other situation, though. Okay, everyone! Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry, I just need to make sure we have enough time. Or is she doing it on purpose, Monica? Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Oh! Natsuki suddenly notices she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said. Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow and we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. No, not your shows. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared what will happen if I don't finish it? Finish it. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. Relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Can I see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit? Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okay, well, we'll show it Natsuki first. Even though I like Sayori best. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, we'll just start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want you to feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You just don't understand anything, do you? I already told you don't have to go announcing to the world that you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. And people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end and then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Decided to humor her with that last comment. Don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay. Now we gotta switch to my favorite. This is a good poem item. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy that would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, right? Deep down, you're not really selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast. I love Sayori. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I look forward to it. Okay. Gotta always end on Monica. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, so sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No, did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It may take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I I think the most noticeable thing I notice, or I recognize in new writers, is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki may be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, I think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a poem, or isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance at it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Okay, Monica. Hi, Item. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Item. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Item. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No, it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too, so take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? I don't remember this last time. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. You might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express the views of the world that you could apply to anybody. Sorry, I just realized, so like Natsuki's reading like a book that's like fake for this world. Parfait Girls isn't a real thing, right? I'd have to look it up, but I don't think it's real. And then Monica's talking about Shel Silverstein, which is real in our world. That's really nice. That's a neat little thing. I like that. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it'd be your kind of poem to explore. I also like how she seems to know everything about Natsuki's poems, even though this is supposed to be the first time that they're sharing poems. I'm sure I'll end up trying some different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way that anyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Uh-huh. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay, so I think this poem means, like, when she figures out how to, like, manipulate everything, and that I'm supposed to be this he on the other side looking in, and she's looking at me, I think. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. That kind of style's gotten really popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines, and when performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone finds better friends with each other. Or is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect that you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Whew. Guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even though just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can it be cute? I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Item did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Item liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Item appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Items started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Item, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Item. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is only unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Item? Well... How did I get dragged in this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So usually, last time I played this, I had Sayori help us, but we're trying to go for Natsuki this one, so I'm just gonna say Natsuki. Even though I don't know if I agree with either of them. Like, they're both right in different ways. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that, I racked my brain for an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, I feel like Natsuki started this. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. Wow, this guy actually handled this pretty well. Glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing, she finally mutters, barely audible. Oh, thanks for noticing. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean anything that she said, or everything that she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me, Item. Sheesh! Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about, Natsuki glances around the room. Whatever stop staring at me! Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. So she was aware of the size beforehand? And that they haven't grown? Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciates it, Sayori. Pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's ready to those poems, right? I hope that was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Item. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from lazing around. We got a little too used to. Oh, so am I joining the club is responsible for ruining the atmosphere? No, not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home. We'll all relax for a bit. Of course. Besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, it's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. This is cute. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How'd you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Item, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a lot more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Item! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. I can never do a good laugh for her. That would just sound so awkward. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Oh, what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why you'd make good friends with you. Whew. You know, Item, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Perfect. Then I guess we'll stop there, and we'll continue with Natsuki next time. Thanks again for watching this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my live content on Twitch. I do stream every single week. And yeah, I guess until next time, the inventory is full. I'm never cleaning out that inventory.